Hi, this is Satya, co-founder of Scispot.com. Over the last couple of decades, there has been many electronic lab notebooks and lab information management system that allows you to store data, but most of them become data graveyards. In fact, one of the stat that we learned from our customer is 80% of R&D data has never been utilized using traditional electronic lab notebook and lab information management system. That's why we created Scispot. Scispot is the first advanced data infrastructure tool that goes beyond traditional use cases that ELN and LIMS offers. It offers a data infrastructure where you can connect third-party sources, bring data from disparate places, and then run analytics on top of it without leaving the system. The best part, it can be configured using graphical user interface. So wet lab folks can easily do data discovery. And it can also be programmatically manipulated. So computational folks can connect with their downstream pipelines. It has a standard API with consistent schema, a secure data lakehouse that allows you to store, access, and manage large volume of data, and custom dashboard without leaving the system itself. And then it has developer toolkits such as Jupyter Hub and AI and ML ready features. So let's navigate through some of these features. Number one, you can bring data from hundreds of different sources. So we have an offering called Glue, where you can build your own connectors. For instance, if your data is in Benchling, you can bring data from Benchling, whether that's assay results, experiment data, and connect it with plate reader data. And then once you've brought all those pipes, you can schedule those pipes every 15 minutes or every hour, and then run analytics on top of that without leaving the system itself. Let's say I brought the data in my lab sheets, and now I need to do some manipulation. So take an example of sample manager. Let's say I brought this data from a different source and I want to do some pre-processing or post-processing before this data gets ready for analysis. Or let's say I want to stitch this data together with some of the data from instruments. Well, you can do that programmatically, and that's where Jupyter Hub comes in place, where I can run these scripts either synchronously or asynchronously, where I can build standard curves, I can create aliquots without leaving the system itself. On top of that, Scispot offers a really cool API documentation which has a flat structure. Most traditional ELN and LIMS has an API where they have like a different endpoint for different schema, and then it keeps breaking your downstream pipelines. Unlike that, Scispot offers a pretty flat structure where you can manipulate or programmatically do a lot of operations for your lab sheets, which is kind of like LIMS system, the ELN, which is like lab spaces in Scispot. So you can programmatically create protocol, publish your results back, and essentially connect your wet lab and computational workflows. You can also create plates programmatically. So let's say if you have hundreds of samples, you want to programmatically create in a 96 well plate, you can do that. And same thing goes for like sequences and chemical structures. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to read more about Scispot API, you can go to docs.scispot.com. And if you want to schedule a demo, you can also go to scispot.com. Thank you for watching.